Doctor, what do you say about obesity?
So if we want to talk about obesity, first we should understand what this is. Fat is a natural part of our body. However, obesity, by definition, is when there is fat in our body that is more than necessary. And when this extra fat is there, eventually takes the form of obesity. There are many reasons why this happens. And the main reason for this is the food that we consume every day. And the food that we eat increases the fat in our bodies. Because in relation to our lifestyles and the nature of our jobs, the calories that we require in our bodies, we actually take in more than we need. When we do this, over time, it accumulates and forms into extra fat, and eventually, as a result, it turns into obesity.
Here, I would request you, could you please explain what are calories for the better understanding of our viewers and to understand positives and negatives associated with it?
The definition of calories is the amount of energy consumed via food and beverage. The units of calories measure energy in food that, as well as the energy produced, stored and utilized by the human body. To put it into simpler terms and to understand this further, calories are the amount of energy that we need to take in for our bodies to function normally. So in relation to our jobs and our lifestyles, what we do is one of us works in the office and the other works out in the fields, yet we eat the same food. So obviously, the person working in the office does not consume the food that his body requires. Rather, he takes more than his body needs. And as a result, the fat starts to take shape and form around his body. And then he starts to see the negative effects of obesity. So in this, Haji Sahab, age is not a factor. We have seen that age does not matter when it comes to obesity. We have seen children suffering from it. They are sometimes overweight, and old-aged people are also overweight. So when it comes to genders, between men and women, we find obesity in both of them actually. However, to compare, we have seen that 23% of men suffer from obesity, and as far as women are concerned, roughly 25% of them suffer from this. Food quantity is also one of the reasons for obesity, and consuming those foods that are unhealthy also contribute a lot to us suffering from this problem. Another reason is genetics. Obesity can be passed down to one's children, which affects eating habits and appetite control. And sometimes we have seen it can be hormonal problems which can cause this. These issues can result in changes in the body, which can also lead to obesity. And these changes in the body usually happen more in women.
We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel. We love Madani Channel.